Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to episode 1 of The Extraordinary Expletive. This episode is going to be something that Kenjamin and I have been talking about for quite some time.
We've been talking the last 2 months about new metal.
At
Only
least.
because I've been going through a quest where I'm like, I am going to post a different song by a different band on Facebook every single day for a year. We're getting down to like 20 some days left, and I posted a Limp Bizkit song, and as soon as I put the Limp Bizkit song on, Josh was like, what the fuck, dude? And here we are. It actually led to me buying 2 Limp Bizkit albums, so...
Yeah, he posted it, and I was like, oh my god. And I was like, Ken, have you ever heard this one? Hey, dude, do you really like this song? Hey, dude, Limp Bizkit. Hey, Limp Bizkit. Hey.
If only we could fly...
New metal, man. So we've been talking about this for a good minute. Kenny had a lot of good points here about a lot of different things. New metal bands, the inspiration that they had in the 90s. It got way bigger than anybody really thought it was. It was like a joke. Everybody called everybody pussies if you listen to new metal. But what were you saying about the limping with the biscuit there?
A lot of like now, like new metal as a whole is kind of a joke. People are always like, "Oh, Limp Bizkit," like it's a joke. But you have to understand, 97, 2003, Limp Bizkit and new metal as a whole were on top of the world. But you look at bands, Deftones, Limp Bizkit, Kid Rock, Slipknot, Korn. They were all these huge new metal bands. And Woodstock '99, that three of the headliners actually were Seven Dust, Korn, and Limp Bizkit, and they were all new metal bands. I remember being 7 years old, and we were watching it because Woodstock '99 aired on Fox, and I remember watching it. And at the time, I was watching Korn. They were playing Blonde, and I was like, "This is horrible," because I grew up on country. But now, like as an adult, I really appreciate it.
Yeah. It was, I don't know. I guess I had that vibe. I was like, oh man, they ruined Woodstock with this. Like, what the hell are they doing? Like, this is not the original vibe that they had going on. But, hell, I remember getting a Limp Bizkit
Woodstock '99 as a whole was a disaster.
Yeah,
But those bands.
Oh, dude, yeah, like that's what you're saying. We were talking about that earlier. There's 400,000 people there. For one good minute, like, Limp Bizkit was literally the biggest band in the world. Like, there was nobody who didn't know their name. Like, that red fitted that Fred Durst wears, like, is, excuse me, iconic. You know what I mean? Like, huge.
I actually wanted to buy one. I thought about buying a red fitted Yankees hat just so I could look like Fred Durst.
We should have bought red fitted hats for this episode, to be 100% honest.
We should have.
That would have been great. But dude, yeah, they were kick ass, man. Everybody disagreed, I guess, like with the the whole bad boy attitude and stuff like that. But there's like this weird rock thing going on with this weird rap combo, and nobody really knew what it was.
If you go back to Anthrax and Public Enemy did Bring the Noise.
Yeah.
When that song came out, everyone trashed it. If that song would have came out 6 years later, it would have been
all over.
Huge.
Oh yeah.
Huge. People love the rap rock. Going back with like Korn and those other new metal bands, a lot of their influence is from like Faith No More. And I would say a lot of that would be like new metal was like if Faith No More met Rage Against the Machine.
Yeah. Like Morello had that kind of hip hop way of singing.
Korn's Life is Peachy, that album, like the song Twist. Jonathan Davis isn't saying words, he's just making noises, but he's doing it to like a rap beat. Yeah. And you can see that Korn's very rap influenced throughout that album.
Oh yeah.
That's the one that has Adidas and Freak on a Leash on it.
Okay.
So you get that vibe. But that whole genre, it kind of died.
Yeah.
It was literally a flash in the pan. Like every band that played new metal stopped playing new metal.
Yeah, I mean, like, look at Limp Bizkit's, like, what, third or fourth album, I mean, they covered Behind Blue Eyes. Like, that's something I never expected to see, I mean?
Yeah, where's DJ Lethal?
Yeah, Wes Borland left, and they kind of just, like, that was the deal, though. They got too big. Like, Wes was, like, a very indie rock guy, he didn't want that pedestal kind of rock star vibe.
I love Wes Borland.
I think he is an amazing person. Like, he's sweet, you know what I mean? He's, in my opinion, like, inspiration for people like Mudvayne. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
did all the body art and like the whole stand up, get up on stage.
Well,
and shit.
Mudvayne only did the body art for like their first album.
Yeah, yeah. I seen them play in 2005, and I mean they didn't do body art per se, but the lead singer came out dressed in a gorilla suit, and holding a baseball bat. Ryan, the bassist, was wearing AC/DC shorts with this tiny little red cape in the back. The guitarist, I forget his name, he was literally dressed in all black, like had trip pants on from Hot Topic, hair pipe straight up in Liberty Spikes, just whole face painted red. I couldn't really see the drummer, but you know what I mean. Like they were cool. You know, they want to put on a performance. It was more than just like playing music. Like
it's about putting on a show. It's not about just the music. It's about putting on a show.
Putting on a show. Okay.
And Slipknot, whenever they first started, when they started all that new metal stuff, like those guys used to go out there. Because I had a friend tell me that he saw Slipknot in like 2002. So you're talking, I was like brand new.
Yeah.
And he said it was the best show he's ever been to. I saw him in 2016, and it wasn't the same. But he said, like, those guys would, like, get up on the, like, the percussionists would, like, get up on the drums and jump into the audience and just scream. And, like, there was no, you had to participate.
Yeah.
There was no option.
Oh, yeah.
If Corey Taylor said, you get the fuck down on the ground right now, you're getting down.
Oh, yeah.
Or else he's going to call you out one by one and be like, hey, why the fuck are you still standing?
Yeah. Yeah, hey, man, you need to get down on the ground. You know?
Yeah.
But I don't know, like bands like that. Like this is one thing we discussed. Dude, their riffs were super heavy. Like nu metal itself, like as a classification, it was
They were
kind of that rappy stuff, more like hip hop influenced kind of lyrics. But then like they had these super heavy guitar riffs that weren't part of the main music scene that was out. Like I'm not talking like like Slayer kind of heavy. Like they were. Listen to the intro guitar riff for Break Stuff. You know what I mean? Like it was low toned, it was deep, and it was just different. They were like, whoa.
With nu metal too, not only was it like really deep and really heavy, but like they had a lot of blast beats in there too.
Yeah.
So like the drums, they would just fucking kick you in the face too.
Yeah.
Because I mean, how many times did fucking Fred Durst shout John Otto?
Yeah. Take him to the Matthews Bridge.
Yeah, he's taking him to Matthews Bridge.
Like yeah, I even looked up like a how-to video for that, playing around on my drum set, and the dude's just like straight up killing it on the China, like straight up, man, like getting like I don't know, very influential,
Yeah.
They definitely did some stuff. But yeah, like, okay, so we were talking, like, they were a joke. Like, people still say it's kind of like a joke nowadays. If Chocolate Starfish, I showed you that interview at the end. That guy's just laughing at him the whole time. You know what I mean? Fred Durst, yeah, I'm lipping with a biscuit. But you showed me the video for Break Stuff and the amount of cameos in that video.
It's stupid.
I didn't realize they knew that many people, but everybody wanted to be a part of it. You know what I mean?
Bucky Elastic, the skateboarder's in it.
Fucking Eminem, his
Eminem.
daughter.
There's New York Yankees in the video.
Snoop Dogg,
Dr. Dre.
Jonathan Davis was in there too. Yeah.
Everyone should have that shirt that Jonathan Davis has in that video.
Yeah.
It's a joke now, but 10 years ago, like, I don't know. I remember being a kid and I'd be like, Mom, can we go buy this Limp Bizkit album? And my aunt was like, no, Limp Bizkit. Oh, they say all this bad stuff. And I'm like,
that's for the devil.
Yeah, basically. And I wasn't allowed to buy a Limp Bizkit album. So then, I didn't really care for Limp Bizkit. And then as an adult, I heard it. I'm like, wow, this is what I missed out on.
Yeah, dude. The feeling, a lot of his albums, he wrote because of he got bullied like a shit ton in high school. You know what I mean?
If you actually listen to like the lyrics, they're really deep.
Oh yeah.
You don't realize it, but like if you listen to like
look into these eyes, then you see the size of the pain. Like,
yeah, if you actually look at the lyrics, Significant Other, like those lyrics are really deep.
Yeah, dude.
But you don't think so because again. To me, that was my favorite Limp Bizkit album. Everyone talks about Chocolate Starfish, but I thought Significant Other was so much better.
Significant Other was was their big one, in my opinion.
Yeah, it had Break Stuff on it, and Break Stuff, of course, their big song.
Yeah.
But if you actually like listen to the words, you're like, wow, he's he's going through some shit. Like
Yeah. Like even Nookie, like everybody knows that song.
yeah, like Nookie, I never like thought about before, but then when you actually hear the words, you're like, wow, somebody broke his heart and he is sad.
Yeah, and he's like, fuck it. I
Yeah.
did it for the sex anyways.
Yeah,
Bitch. Like, but
he's not. Yeah, that's what I'm saying though. Like he's hurt,
yeah.
but he's just trying to be like, I'm bigger than this. I don't care.
Yeah, instead of being, that sad boy early 2000s emo bullshit, he was just like a hard ass about it. Well, fuck it.
Yeah,
I
maybe
don't
that's
give a damn.
maybe new metal was the precursor to emo.
It
Except
may
for
have
new
been.
metal was like, we don't give a fuck.
Yeah. I don't know. They're definitely a precursor to a lot of things, in my personal opinion. Especially when it comes like guitar riffs and stuff. A lot of bands nowadays are using heavy riffs like that. You know what I mean? Like like metalcore shit, deathcore shit, like stuff you don't normally hear. Like you got a whole lot of open chord like chuggy riffs. You know what I mean? And you're like, whoa, like, hey, that breakdown was fucking sweet.
Yeah.
You listen to it, and then you go back, listen to, like, okay, we're talking about Chocolate Starfish, but the intro riff to Hot Dog, like that, dude, blew me away. Wes Borland comes down with that fucking whammy.
I love that riff.
And it's heavy, dude. You
Yeah.
know? Bring it on! Like, yeah, it was awesome, man.
Oh,
That's
I
a
love that
great
riff.
song. Another cool thing about that, like lyrics-wise, he was in a big spit with Trent Reznor. And,
Yeah.
that's why, I mean, he ripped off his song.
That's
Everybody
why he says
knows
you want
this song.
Yeah, well, that's why he
Yeah.
says,
You want to fuck me like an animal. Like,
and what was the one about 9 Inch Nails? He says,
oh, a 9-inch nail, I get knocked the fuck out.
yeah.
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 He's just basically telling me, yo, bro, you want to fight? Let's do it.
By the way, we are broadcasting from Mercer, PA, which is the home of Trent Reznor.
Oh, man. We still actually get Trent Reznor in this area occasionally. Show up to the movie theater and
So
whatnot.
does Al Bundy shows up too sometimes.
Oh, jeez.
Well, he's from Youngstown.
I wonder if he hangs out with Trent Reznor.
I don't know.
That's where he got the inspiration for Closer. Yeah, I was talking to, this guy, and I just got this idea for a song. I think it's going to be great. But,
New metal wasn't sustainable, though, because a lot of those bands change their sounds. You look at Korn, if they go from their first album, second album, third album, and then they got to a point where they were trying to be more radio friendly, and then they got to a point where they were just Korn step,
yeah,
doing that dubstep.
But that was also a radio-friendly move. They were going after what the audiences were listening
Right,
for. At the time,
in
dude, dubstep was huge.
2010, when they did that, like Skrillex just blew up, and they were like, "Hey, we're gonna have Skrillex on our next album."
Hey, what if we did guitars with bass wobbles?
Slipknot, they did the same thing.
Yeah.
Volume 3, they got away from like the turntables and the rapping and all the extra percussion. They were just like, we're a heavy metal band now. Okay, that's fine. Deftones stepped away from like the new metal. Deftones changed like every 2 to 3 albums they changed though.
Yeah, we discussed that on the last episode.
Yes.
Yeah.
Deftones is my favorite band. I will probably mention them a lot. I apologize. And then Seven Dust kind of stuck with it, but Seven Dust has really decreased in popularity over the last 10 years.
Yeah, I saw them play in, let's say 2015, I think it was.
I love Seven Dust.
Ohio Metal Fest. Yeah, it was neat, really cool to see like a black lead singer in a metal band like that. I had no idea.
Howard from Killswitch?
Okay, yeah, but like I'd never seen Seven Dust, you know what I mean? I never really listened to them that much. So then like when I seen them play live, I was like, yo. He's like
they were all doing collabs with each other too. Like,
yeah.
If you there's a Seven Dust song, Bender, where Chino from Deftones is on that track, and then Chino also did a song with Korn, but I don't remember what it was called. But then Jonathan Davis too was in a Limp Bizkit music video. Actually, they did a song with Limp Bizkit. Fred Durst was in one. Welcome to the Family.
Oh, okay. I don't know the song.
Oh, it was them dissing each other the whole time. It was
Really?
on a Korn album, but I forget what it was. It was on their Korn's second or third album. They were just ripping each other the entire time.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, I mean they're funny people. But I don't know. You said, a lot of these guys got away from that sound. They didn't have that new metal vibe anymore.
I just don't think it was sustainable. I think that was it.
This, like, I feel like maybe, people were talking shit too, but like with the Fred Durst, like a lot of his lyrics, he wrote shit about, being bullied and basically, hey, fuck you to anybody who used to pick on me or anybody who does pick on people nowadays. But an article I was reading, he said a lot of times he'd go to a show and his crowd is literally those people. You know what I mean? The people he's writing the songs about, like, hey, fuck these guys, that was a majority of his crowd. And he's like, man, he's like, this isn't really what I was trying to do. But that's what you attracted, You write some angry music, you're gonna get some angry people. Just the way she goes, man.
Well, I don't know if you knew if you thought a song was written about you, wouldn't you go to that show? If you know a band wrote a song about you, wouldn't you go there?
Yeah. Yo, Fred, I'm here to whoop your ass.
You Texas piece of shit.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. I don't know, man. They're definitely kick-ass inspiration for me. Their music was awesome. I listened to it a lot as a kid. You know what I mean? Same deal. Like, you're 12, 13 years old. You're getting picked on by somebody in school. You listen to fucking like break stuff. Like, oh shit. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's
you want
on.
to fight. Well,
Full Nelson from Chocolate Starfish.
When you hear a song like that, you like it. You go in. I mean, as an adult now, like I listen to that, I'm like, I want to fight somebody when I hear this.
Yeah.
But like as a kid, you hear that and you're like, yes, and it kind of pulls all that rage out of you.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good release. You know what I mean? That kind of music. You go to a show like that, you get in a couple mosh pits and stuff, and it's a great release of energy. It's therapeutic even.
I'm just surprised that like, what's weird is, again, we mentioned how Limp Bizkit was at Woodstock '99, 400,000 people, but like 10 years later, they're not in any metal fest. Like I would think if I was like Mayhem Festival, I'd be like, hey, we'll get Limp Bizkit to play.
Yeah. Body Count came back. You know what I mean? That'd be sweet to see.
Yeah, I mean, I saw Body Count live. They were fucking awesome.
Yeah, like that'd be a cool thing. Like I looked up and I actually found and saw, Limp Bizkit still tours occasionally, but Fred says like, they don't announce it as big.
They just got actually all the original members are back. Like DJ Lethal was back, Wes Borland was back.
He said, it's like a party. It's like sometimes we get together and like, dude, I want to play a show. Like, all right, fuck yeah, let's go, blah blah blah, and then there they are doing it.
Yeah, that would be fucking awesome.
But I say that a lot, don't I? But Fred moved away from music for a minute too. Pretty big director. He's done a couple movies.
What movies has he done?
I can't remember. I can look it up. But
yo, Jamie, look that up.
Yeah, Jamie, look that up. Yeah, dude, like, he wanted to do the movie gig, so that's one of the things he got into. Kind of got out of the music, but at the same time made a name for himself. Everybody fucking knows Fred Durst. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey, dude, I kind of want to direct your movie.
Fred Durst is kind of like Billy Corgan. Billy Corgan. Well, no, because Billy Corgan stepped away from music and did like the wrestling thing for a while. He ended up buying the National Wrestling Alliance.
Really?
And now he runs the NWA. Yes, that's what he does now.
Okay.
The lead singer of the Smashing Pumpkins is the owner of the NWA.
Can you actually imagine Billy Corgan like raging?
I don't know.
You know what I mean? Despite all my rage, like I can't. What rage?
Well, you got to think back in like '97. He was in ECW and he was smashing guitars over people's heads.
Really?
Yeah.
I had no idea.
You didn't know Billy Corgan was in ECW?
No, dude.
Like he was an active wrestler?
What?
Yeah.
No, that's something cool. That's a cool trivia fact there. I'm gonna have to definitely look those up.
Well, yeah. Now he owns the NWA. So.
Wow. So, I bet you're a pretty big fan of Billy Corgan nowadays.
I am a huge wrestling nerd, so that's why I know that stuff about Billy Corgan. Smash Pumpkins as a whole, I'm okay with them.
Yeah, they were a good band.
Yeah, no.
Definitely not new metal, but
no.
I enjoyed their music.
And what's up with Slipknot too? They've been kicking people out though.
Well,
Joey Jordison got kicked out. Clown got kicked out.
Yeah, well, I don't think. I mean, the Jordison thing was like here and there. You know what I mean? Like that kept going on and off. But the thing with the Clown guy, I was actually reading the article on that. He was claiming that most of the Slipknot members had other merch shops and websites open, and they were getting money that he was not getting, and so he wanted to argue about it. They got in a big debate about it. I do believe like he brought up a lawsuit and all that shit and tried suing them for cash that he was supposed to be getting.
I think the lawsuit's still ongoing.
Yeah, from what I hear though, like he's not going to get anything because there was no extra money being made. Everything that was royalties or anything like that got paid to everybody it was supposed to do. You know those new memes out with the slaps roof a car?
Yeah.
It was I forget his actual name, so we'll just say clown. But it was like slaps the roof of keg, and then it's Corey Taylor.
Meme.
No, you can't do that anymore. I'm sorry.
I saw that meme.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Slipknot was actually Slipknot. I love like their first 3 albums. Love them.
Okay, now define first 3.
I'm talking self-titled, Iowa, and Volume 3.
Okay, well their very first album was Mate, Feed, Kill, Repeat.
Well, that was an EP.
But it was still an album.
It was an EP.
It was an album.
Jar of Flies by Alice in Chains was an EP.
I still count that as an album, my man.
Jar of Flies?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, it was 7 songs. There's no reason for it to be an EP, but technically they called it an EP.
Well, I don't know. I'm not going to argue about that.
Okay.
But I just, that's what I count.
Right,
but that album, in comparison to the self-titled Slipknot album, that album was way more hip-hoppy. It had a lot more rap in it.
Yeah, but the version of Sick that was on that EP...
Yeah.
It was the same one they used for their self-titled album. And that was only a demo they recorded.
Okay.
Which shows you how well they recorded live.
Yeah, so...
They were like,
this is so good, let's put it on this one, too.
Yeah, like, hey, this recording came out very well, let's put it on this album. Let's
Okay.
put it on our self-titled album that is going to be our coming into the world.
Yeah, like, that... listening to Mate, Feed, Kill, Repeat, it wasn't very raw sounding at all. Like, you would normally get with, a first album or some shit like that. Like, oh yeah, this band definitely had some stuff going on when they were doing this. They didn't have the good quality mics. And no, man, it sounded decent. It wasn't bad. But self-titled, dude, that album blew my mind. That was like, holy shit. Like, aside from the stage show presence, just like, the amount of swear words in that fucking album are
Well, that's
insane.
why I wasn't allowed to listen to fucking Limp Bizkit as a kid.
Yeah, like, I mean, I talked to a couple buddies about this. Go and listen to Volume 3 of Subliminal Verses. Count all the swear words you hear. I honestly don't think there's one. He might say hell, but, dude, listen to Surfacing. Fuck it all. Fuck their swear. Like,
yeah.
Dude, they swear all the time. Corey Taylor didn't give a damn.
The thing about Volume 3, though, is I think that Before I Forget is probably one of the best hard rock songs ever.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not... It's not really a metal song so much, but, like, if you listen to, like, that guitar riff, that drum beat, it all coming together, like, if someone were like, hey, this is a hard rock song, what is it? I'd be like, this is the one. This is the best hard rock song ever.
Yeah. Yeah, that album had quite a array of stuff.
I think the big thing with the Volume 3 too was that was kind of the rise of Fuse.
Yeah.
Fuse TV.
Yeah, like
I remember being like 13 years old and Fuse would be like, okay, here's the music video for Before I Forget, and they never showed any of the artists like in the music video was for Before I Forget. They never showed anybody's face. They would just show their mask hanging around like their instruments. And they would just show like their feet or like their chin or their mouth or something. They wouldn't actually show.
And that was a really big deal, They're like, holy shit,
then,
who are these people?
Yeah, back then, like no one knew what Corey Taylor looked like. No one knew what Mick Thompson looked like.
And like I remember being 15, googling like Slipknot without masks. What do they look like? Like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden you had Stone Sour, which Stone Sour got heavier and then Slipknot got lighter.
Yeah, I mean, going off of Volume 3 itself, there were 2 songs on there, Circle and Danger Keep Away. Like, those were slow.
I love
They were not
Danger Keep Away.
heavy.
I love that song, but that is not Slipknot to me.
No, that was an emotional roller coaster is what that was. You know what I mean? I was like, whoa. Like, but that right there is a whole lot of the turntable shit. They're not definitely spinning records and stuff, but that's all electronic shit.
Yeah,
yeah. Hardly any of that's actually like guitar or drums.
Mick Thompson's not doing much.
Yeah. Sorry. I'm going to put 7 down real quick. Corey sings a sad song. I'm gonna go in the back, fuck a stripper. I'll be right here. Mick Thompson,
Great guitarist.
very like savage looking motherfucker. You know what I mean? Just his mask alone, you're like, damn.
Mick Thompson is literally in the mountain.
Yeah, yeah. Like, if I were to describe him, I would say he looks like
He looks like the mountain from Game of Thrones.
yeah. I was thinking the lead singer of Death Clock. You know what I mean?
Nathan Explosion.
Yeah, dude, he's definitely Nathan Explosion. Look at his hair, his build, that big gray shirt. Fucking, that's what's up, you know.
Are you a big Seven Dust person or no?
I don't know a lot of their stuff.
I used to be huge into Seven Dust. That's why I was asking.
My mic keeps falling down. That's unfortunate.
I've been holding my mic for a while now.
I guess I'm just gonna hold it as well.
Yeah. It's
But Seven Dust, I really like the song "Better Place." It's a little slower, a little softer, but it's good. I listen to that one a lot. But yeah, like I don't really, not super knowledgeable on any of their albums and anything like that. You know what I mean? It was like Head PE, pretty kind of big new metal band.
Head PE is the one new metal band that never made it big, but you find people who are like, hey, I listen to Head PE, and they fucking love Head PE.
Yeah.
It's like Clutch. if you're like, hey man, do you like Clutch? Oh, I fucking love Clutch. Or you're like, hey man, do you like Clutch? Or like, I've never heard of Clutch.
Yeah.
That's kind of the way Head PE is. If you find people who like Head PE, they love Head PE. And if they don't know who Head PE, like if they don't like Head PE, they have no idea who they are.
This is a little off topic, but speaking of Clutch and not knowing who they are, like if you don't listen to them, you don't know who they are. You know what I mean? Bobby Hazlett has a Clutch hat.
And he has no idea who Clutch is.
He bought it because it said Clutch on it, and he used to always wear it when he was playing beer pong. Jay Rhodes is like,
he was Clutch.
Yeah.
And Jay Rhodes was like, man, do you like Clutch?
He's like, yo, sick Clutch hat, bro. He's like, oh, thanks. He's like, what's your favorite song? He's like, what? He's like, you're wearing a Clutch hat. What's your favorite Clutch song? He's like, no, it just says Clutch on it.
That's
like,
something.
No,
that's something Jay Rhodes would do too.
Yeah, it's a Clutch hat.
Jay Rhodes is one of those people that
he's a huge
fucking love Clutch.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I mean,
I'm in the minority where I know who Clutch are. I kind of like Clutch. Same with Head PE. I know who Head PE is. I kind of like Head PE, but I'm not all like I couldn't tell you one Head PE album.
Yeah,
I could name a few songs, but I couldn't
even name a couple songs.
Killing Time?
Okay.
Do you know that song?
No.
Oh, that's my favorite Head PE song.
Yeah, see, I never actually listened to them.
Really?
Yeah, I just know who they are.
Oh. Well, maybe after this we'll listen to some Head PE or something.
Yeah, we should. I mean, I heard a couple of their songs at Todd's house this past weekend when we were out there. That was a good time.
Van Damme loves Head PE.
Yeah. So he's one of those people we were just discussing. But, yeah.
By the way, his favorite band is Incubus.
Yeah, I know. Did you see that they're doing a 20-year tour?
I'm going to it.
Really?
I plan on going to it. They're playing in Akron on Saturday.
Oh, man. Okay. Yeah, I'm excited for that, dude. Yeah, they're good. But, yeah, I don't know.
I'm trying to adjust my mic.
Yeah, it's all right.
Okay, it's fine. It's going to hold.
One small second here, people.
Yeah.
I apologize. We're having some difficulties. The mounting bracket
We're
here.
We're just starting up, so please be patient with us.
Falling over on us.
Please come back for like the 5th and 6th episodes.
Yeah, when we get really good, we're just going to get super wasted drunk and start talking about fucking rap music. No, it's Tribe Called Quest. No. And just keep arguing about who's better.
Yeah. Faith No More to me is like one of the biggest new metal influences though. I mean, have you actually listened to Faith No More ever?
Yeah.
Like if you hear interviews from I was going down to Mississippi and I heard an interview from members of Korn and they were talking about how Faith No More was like their biggest influence.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, and Korn is like that was everybody's fucking go-to new metal band before, before fucking
them and Limp Bizkit.
I mean, before Limp Bizkit, like
they were
everybody
around before
knew
Limp
Korn,
Bizkit. Yeah.
Everybody knew Korn, man. Freak on a Leash came out. Fucking, I remember seeing that on MTV when that video dropped. I was like, dude.
Where they're all dead in the tunnel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you got Jonathan Davis's infamous beatboxing.
Again, I mentioned earlier the song "Twist." He doesn't say words. He's making like Jonathan Davis never rapped. He just made rap noises.
Yeah.
And then, yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, there are people that I know that can sing that word for word. You know what I mean? And I'm like, how in the hell?
Korn also threw in the bagpipes.
Oh yeah, I seen that live. It was pretty sweet.
Really?
Yeah, he even put on a kilt. Came out.
Jonathan Davis is all about being Scottish.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, it was a cool show. But like, they got some, very diverse stuff.
I saw Korn in 2014. They were headlining Mayhem Festival with Avenged Sevenfold, and it was just funny because they came out and they were playing like their old stuff, like new metal Korn.
Yeah.
And then they did like a dubstep song, and like that was everyone going to the bathroom. That was everyone like going to go get a beer or like some food or something.
Wow, I need some popcorn.
Yeah. And then they came back and they played like Freak on a Leash, and the crowd all came back and went nuts. And they're like, "Yeah, you guys fucking know that song."
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I grew up on.
Yeah, that's why we're here.
But that's why new metal died though, because everyone stopped playing new metal.
Yeah, touche. I mean, it's still living in my heart.
Slipknot became a metal band. Limp Bizkit just, I don't know what the fuck they did. They just kind of went off. Deftones got heavier.
Yeah.
After their first two albums.
Which album was My Own Summer on?
That was on Around the Fur. That was the second album.
Okay. Like, that one's pretty heavy. I love that riff, That's
Everyone
sweet.
does.
That's a good-ass song.
Everyone does. And then after Around the Fur, they went to like a more like radio-friendly sound.
Yeah.
For their self-titled Saturday Night Wrist, The White Pony. The White Pony is actually regarded as like one of the best metal albums ever.
So was Three Cheers for Sweet Revenge.
Three Cheers for Sweet Revenge is not a metal album.
I know.
It's a great album. Not a metal
Not
album.
metal, no.
They went more radio friendly with those ones, and then they've gone back to heavier. There was a rock station around here called Rock 104 that went away. They became an oldie station 1 week. They actually became an oldie station on April 1st, and
we all thought it was a joke.
And we all thought it was a joke.
It was not.
And then after 4 days, we're like, this isn't a joke. I actually went up to Cleveland for that weekend, and I came back and I'm like, why are they playing this old music? Why are they playing these oldies bands? And I'm like, oh, it's a joke. It's April Fool's weekend. It's a joke. It wasn't a joke.
Yeah. What if like next April it comes back? Like, sorry guys.
This was a 2-year-long April Fool's prank.
I just wanted to really get you.
But Rock 104, they actually played a few of the Deftones songs off their last album, Gore. Phantom Bride, which has Jerry Cantrell from Alice in Chains. They were playing that. But that wasn't new metal at all. The guitarist for Deftones, he used to play a 6-string, and then he had a custom 7-string. His who is Epiphone.
Okay.
Makes his guitar. I think it's Epiphone. I might be wrong. They make his custom guitar, and they used to have a 6-string, but they don't make that anymore because all he plays is an 8-string anymore.
Wow.
So why would... Yeah, by the time you're playing an 8-string guitar, I don't know why you're still playing guitar. Just play a bass at that point.
I mean, if you're soloing the whole way down all 8 of those, you get some
yeah, but
pretty neat shit.
Deftones never does solos.
Yeah, so he's just literally using the top, like, 4.
Yeah, he's
tops.
just hammering on them, though.
Yeah.
Deftones now is heavy as fuck, though.
Yeah, I mean, Limp Bizkit's not. They're weird.
No.
Was it
Limp
March of the Disco Elephants?
I mean, new metal. In terms of new metal, if you would say, "Hey, I want to hear a new metal band," Limp Bizkit. That's it.
Yeah.
Limp Bizkit is their own sound.
Yeah, like I don't think like when I think new metal, like honestly, like I don't think Korn, but I mean I know they are, but like
I have to think about it. If you're like name 10
Limp
new
Bizkit.
metal, if you're like name 10 new metal bands, the first one I think of is Limp Bizkit.
Yeah.
And then after that, I'm like, oh man, I have to think about this. March of the Disco Elephants.
Are there 10 new metal bands in existence?
Not anymore.
Yeah, no way, man. But like I said, they put out quite the influence in the early 2000s, late 90s.
I don't see with new metal. I don't know if they influenced bands so much as they influenced people.
Yeah.
Like they were an influence to me. Like listening to Korn growing up, that's what like helped shape me. There's like influential albums growing up. It was Korn. It was listening to bands like Korn, Deftones, Limp Bizkit. Those are what shaped me as a person.
Yeah.
But I don't know if there's any band out there that's like Limp Bizkit was our heroes growing up.
Yeah. I mean, Fred Durst was my hero when I was a kid. You know what I mean?
I loved Fred Durst growing up.
Hell, I mean, like, even Eminem rapped about him. Like, sit me next to Carson Daly and Fred Durst.
Yeah.
Bullshitting about Christina Aguilera. You know, that was a big time, dude. And, I don't know. I'm just sad to see it gone now, you know? I'm glad we can look back on albums and we can go back in YouTube videos and shit, but it's just sad that it's not around anymore.
I'm sad that feeling as a whole isn't around anymore.
Yeah.
Like that presence.
That was a movement.
Yeah, yeah. It was a movement that lasted 4 years, 3, 4. Well,
it was a movement that went 3 chess pieces forward. That was it.
Yeah.
Then they got taken.
I don't even know why people like talk shit on new metal now too.
That was the thing. Like when I was a kid growing up, you know what I mean? Like 15 years old, listening to new metal. Like, new metal's for pussies. You ever listen to? You know, I can't even think of anybody good that, you know.
Did you ever listen to Metallica's Black Album?
You ever heard of Job for a Cowboy? But then when I did listen to Job for a Cowboy, I was like, wow, that's fucking heavy. You know what I mean? But yeah, dude, I remember having, you know, a bunch of old CDs with tons of new metal mixes. You bring them out places, people got pissed. Like, bro, what? Turn that shit off.
There's a the woman at work who's like, I watched Fred Durst get beat up and he's such a piece of shit. And I'm like,
oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe Fred Durst is a piece of shit. I've never heard anything bad about it. Well, the only thing I've heard bad about Fred Durst is people are like, Limp Bizkit sucks. Fred Durst is a piece of shit. And I'm like, okay, cool.
Yeah, but his music kicks ass.
Yeah, his music is awesome.
Yeah, dude.
Well, Chocolate Starfish, Significant Other. Anytime that Fred Durst takes me to the Matthews Bridge, I am satisfied.
I have driven on the Matthews Bridge many of times. Jacksonville, Florida.
Did you always play?
I never realized it until one day I was listening to that song and I was like, holy shit. Like, dude, then I was just like, I'm taking Matthews Bridge every day, dude. Like, sweet. You know what I mean? You take Matthews to go over the Jack's Beaches and shit. And I was like, wait a minute. And then I like thought about his lyrics. He's like, yeah, I'm a redneck fucker from Jacksonville. I was like, dude, holy shit, this is the bridge he was singing about. You know? You throw that bitch on the ground. Fuck it. Get it out of there. But, yeah. I mean, I guess I know this episode's about new metal, but it should have just been about Limp Bizkit.
Yeah.
I could have talked about Limp Bizkit for ever.
I mean, I could have done Limp Bizkit too. But I think it's good to cover new metal. I mean, we covered genres last week, so.
Oh yeah. So it's nice that we were talking shit on genres, and now we're talking about certain genres per episode. So let's start a base topic.
Next week we should just talk. Well, we were talking about influences, so next week maybe we should just talk about like what albums influenced us.
Like paintings. We should talk about paintings next week.
That's not music related.
Doesn't matter, dude. Do what we want. It's our podcast. Come on.
We can do whatever we want.
No, I think, you know.
John Otto!
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, that was too loud.
That was a little loud.
John Otto, take him to the Matthews Bridge.
Hey, John, you want to take these guys to the Matthews Bridge?
We were actually talking about there's 2 covers. Limp Bizkit does 2 versions of Rollin', and one is Urban Command Vehicle.
Urban Assault Vehicle.
Or Urban Assault. There's Rollin', then there's Rollin' Urban Assault Vehicle, and we thought there should be like an Urban Suburban Command Vehicle.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, guys, keep rolling.
Like, okay, go. That's a good thing to talk about, though.
That's
like,
another thing too.
Dude,
DMX is on that track.
There were a lot of rappers on that album, man.
DMX is on that Urban Command Vehicle, and I'm pretty sure
DMX, Redman and Method Man were both on that.
I'm pretty sure that all that DMX does is say, "What?
Yeah. Come on!
Oh,
Ride! Oh, die! No, DMX, no. It's rolling. Oh, yeah.
yeah." DMX. I think the last VH1 Behind the Music I saw was on DMX, and this is like 5 or 6 years ago, and they showed him. He was at like a nightclub with like 15 people who were like DMX, and he's like, "Yeah."
Oh, I thought it was just a documentary about a guy getting arrested.
Basically, that's what it was.
He was cool though, man.
DMX was the biggest rapper in the world, and now he is nothing.
Yeah, dude.
DMX was on an album with the biggest band in the world, Limp Bizkit, and now Limp Bizkit is barely around.
Yeah, so is DMX.
So is DMX.
I haven't heard much from Redman or Method Man either.
Something
Exhibit was on that album?
Something that kids in the 90s won't understand is, hey, this Limp Bizkit song with DMX is dope.
Yeah. Like, how do you say that? Somebody like, what?
Yeah. Who the hell is a DMX?
Yeah.
What the hell is a Limp Bizkit?
Exhibit. What?
Oh, God, Exhibit isn't even a thing anymore, is he?
No. He started pimping out rides. And
he
that
pimped
was
rides
dude.
for a few years. And
I haven't heard.
He was on the Chronic 01 and then.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever actually heard an Exhibit album. Like, I've only ever just heard him being featured on other people's songs.
I didn't think he had an album. I thought he just did the Chronic 01 with Dr. Dre and then did Pimp My Ride.
Yeah, he's like the.
He's like Nate Dogg.
Yeah, it's like DJ Khaled. Hey, man, this is a sweet song. You mind if I rap on it real quick? Thanks. All right.
I hate how every DJ Khaled song, he's on, like, the song starts, so it's like, DJ Khaled! Like,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the meme.
If he was that good, I wouldn't need to know who was playing on this album before he started.
The meme I was referring to is DJ Khaled peeking behind a door, and he's like, hey, it's a really nice song you got. Mind if I just scream my name on it?
That's all he does, too. He doesn't do anything. Actually, fun fact, DJ Khaled started in, like, 99, and his name used to be Arab Attack. And then 9/11 happened, and he literally was like, I can't be Arab Attack anymore. I'm changing my name.
Oh.
Yeah. If only we could fly.
Mistakes were made, man. Yeah. That's sweet, dude. See, that's why I love it. You got all this, like, useless knowledge.
Just useless music knowledge. If
like,
you want to know something about a band from 25 years ago, I can be like, yeah, I know.
Yeah, like, okay, for instance, you're wearing that Third Eye Blind t-shirt. We were having that discussion about,
I have 2 copies of my first album. The copy I have...
The red and the yellow one?
I have the red and the yellow. The yellow was the first 500,000 copies.
That's sweet.
The red one was every subsequent one. I have them both.
Like, they all have the same songs on them, but...
Yeah. And then we were talking the other day about the song...
Slow Motion.
Yeah, we were talking about Slow Motion, and when it originally came out in the U.S., it didn't have any lyrics.
And that blows my mind. I've never actually heard that song until, like, probably 2 years ago. When Jake played it for me, I was like, what the hell is that, dude?
That song is so dark. It is so dark.
Yeah.
When it was released, the censors
seen it.
The censor said that song couldn't be played on U.S. Airways because it was about shooting somebody and doing drugs. So they censored it, and then they released it. The UK was like, okay, we're okay with this. And then Third Eye Blind started playing it live and stuff, and everyone's like, wow, why can't we find the song anywhere? And they were like, oh, it's only instrumental on our album. So then they re-released it in the US.
Okay.
So I have a copy of Third Eye Blind's Blue, and Slow Motion is only instrumental on it. Because I have one of the original copies.
Yeah, that's weird, dude.
Yeah.
Censorship's stupid.
Yeah.
Like, I get it, but yeah, just pop on, the parental.
just put that parental advisory sticker on there.
And then, okay, cool. The censored version, have that just be instrumental, because that's a little rough for a little tiny kid to listen to,
What, Slow Motion?
Yeah.
They would never even... Well, see, what I don't understand about... Now, we're getting completely off topic here, but Slow Motion, they censor that song, but, like, Semi-Charmed Life is literally about doing crystal meth.
Yeah.
And that was, like, a #1 hit in the United States.
But nobody knows that.
You don't realize it's about crystal meth until you realize it's about doing crystal meth, and that's all you can think about.
Yeah.
until you realize the censored part where he says doing crystal meth will lift you up. You're like, oh my god, this whole song is about doing meth. Do you have any meth?
No. Fresh out, bro. I gotta sleep this weekend.
The other thing, too, is people who do crystal meth will tell you, they're like, I've been up for 8 days. I'm like,
Just listen to the Third Eye play.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're a good band.
I love Third Eye Blind. They saved my life.
Yeah.
We'll
With
talk
crystal
about
meth.
We'll talk about that later.
That'd be a good thing
No,
to
no,
talk about.
no, not. I've never done crystal meth. As you can clearly see, I still have all of my teeth. I've never done crystal meth.
Do you have all your teeth?
I do. Like 3 of them need pulled, but I still have all my teeth.
Is that because of all the crystal meth?
I wish it was, but I've never done crystal meth, unfortunately.
Jeez. Way to look like a pussy on Mike.
All right.
I've also never done crystal meth.
This has been a. We got sidetracked a lot.
Hey, dude, it happens. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why I said, and episode 0, guys.
We're-
Hey, this is gonna be a very loose topic show.
I'd like to talk we talk music and life.
Yeah, and that's the way to do things because music is life.
Yeah, I want you guys to be able to relate to us. Like, I want you to be listening to us and be like, I can relate to that in some way.
Oh hell yeah, dude! I fucking used to listen to Semi-Charmed Life while fucking smoking meth.
You're like,
myself.
I used to do meth and I would listen to Limp Bizkit.
What?
Yeah.
Then when I was done, I would break stuff.
Darn it.
Yeah, man.
Burn it. It's just one of those days when you don't want to wake up.
Everything is fucked. Everybody sucks.
And you don't know why, but you want to justify.
Smoking another bowl of meth.
Do 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 do.
Yeah, that was good. I'm sure everybody's gonna be entertained by that. That was awesome.
Probably not. It's probably when they shut our podcast off.
Yeah, and then we're gonna go back to Joe Rogan because these guys are fucking retarded. Speaking of Joe Rogan, I did a sensory deprivation tank today.
How was that?
That was quite the experience, actually. Joe's a big advocate on that, man. Like, he promotes the living shit
I
out
felt
of
like you would go crazy.
I was a little nervous at first, like I was like kind of claustrophobic. Like, I'm not claustrophobic, but I just like was like, what am I gonna do for a whole hour? You know what I mean?
Yeah, but like being trapped with the thoughts like that, you would just go crazy.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things that I thought about, and I don't know, man. It was, there's music playing in the back of my head the whole time that shit's going on.
The thing with that though is like you're trapped alone with your thoughts. And you might be like, I thought about this for 2 hours. No, you thought about it for like 5 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah. I thought about the podcast today while I was in there.
You should.
I was like, dude, there's so many things I could say. Wow.
My hands are spaghetti.
Yeah. Am I going to be home in time to record this? Oh, geez. How long have I been in here? Oh, my God. And then next thing you know, boom. Just floating. Straight up. Literally picturing myself in a little tiny lake.
I picture it
was great.
Whenever in the movie Beavis and Butthead Do America, when they're in the desert and Rob Zombie's Rat Think Suicide Tanks, Cannibal Girls is playing, and they start tripping. That's what I picture being one of those rooms. It's like
I don't. It's not like that. It's not that vivid.
no, not that much color.
No. Yeah, that'd be a little intense. I'd be like, yo, you guys got to try this, man. It's fucking crazy. No, it was an awesome experience, man. It was good. It was good.
Were you and your wife in the same tank?
No, she was in another one in another room.
Were you like beating on the wall like, just saw?
No, because there was like a filter room in between each of us.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? So they had their pumps and everything in there, but
Were you naked?
yes, it was. 100%. It was a good time. I recommend it, man.
I'm gonna have to try one of those.
But speaking of music, they started and they end it with music.
What'd they start with?
It's just like a slow melodic kind of like ambient, kind
I
of.
would have done jazz.
Yeah, you just go straight in. They turn on Cannibal Corpse, and they're like, "All right,
Did you
get
know
ready
that
to
Corpse
come blood."
Grinder was not the original lead singer of Cannibal Corpse?
No, I didn't.
No, he was a replacement. So I always used to say that like Brian Johnson was the best replacement for Bon Scott and AC/DC. That's the best lead singer replacement ever. Nope, Corpse Grinder. I
Yeah,
know who the guy before Corpse Grinder was, but Corpse Grinder is the greatest replacement ever. Even though his neck is literally like 3 states wide, it's bigger than his head.
Yeah, George Fisher's neck is the size of a building. There's nothing in this world stronger than love.
Except for Corpse
Grinder's
Grinder's
neck.
neck.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. I saw them play, 4 years ago, and they just did like a 20-minute set. I didn't see like a whole,
Was it Mayhem
Cannibal Corpse.
Festival?
I think it may have been, yeah.
I saw them at Mayhem Festival, and the only reason I was there, I was like, I want to see Cannibal Corpse.
Dude, he gets down, like, all right, this next song's a headbanging competition. And, like, there was no lyrics. It was just him fucking hair spinning for fucking 2 minutes. They got done with the
That's
song.
every Cannibal
Yeah.
Corpse song.
He got done with the song. He goes, I win. I was like, this guy is amazing.
Oh, I wish.
Man.
Oh,
Have you ever heard of Cannabis Corpse?
yes.
I Come Buds. Like, what a funny band, dude.
Have you ever listened to Sleep?
No.
Sleep is a stoner metal band. They're really good.
I'll have to check them out.
I'll show you one. They're basically like doom metal. I'll show you one after this.
Why is that a term? That's retarded.
Doom metal?
Doom metal. No. Stoner metal should be...
We talked about this last week.
Yeah, I know, but doom metal. Like, you go into that kind of show expecting Cannibal Corpse, you know what I mean? And then they're like, what's up? My name's Truck Driver.
Well, Bobby's bassist, he's in a doom metal band, and I saw them play live. They were opening it for Wonder, and I was like, this is fucking awesome. But the dude isn't like, the lead singer is like the 6'10", like 300-pound guy. He's like wearing like a button up and stuff, and he's just like, and then he picks up the mic and just belts some lyrics. I'm like, this guy's fucking awesome.
Yeah, I went and seen, you ever heard of Truck Fighters?
No.
I saw them in Pittsburgh play. Jay Red showed me them, and they're like a doom/stoner metal band, and fucking awesome show, dude. Like, that is my cup of tea for sure.
Oh, I love the Sword.
Oh yeah, dude. The Sword's sweet. What the hell is that like 12-minute song they have?
What was the name of the skate park that used to be around? Section 8.
Yeah.
It was Section 8. John told me he used to go to Section 8, and the guy who was like in charge would be like, "What do you guys want to hear what do you guys want to hear over the speakers?" And like people would be shouting out stuff. He's like, "What's that? You want to hear the greatest fucking band of all time, The Sword?" Okay, and he would just play like their entire album. And then it would finish. He'd be like, "Okay, any request? Oh, you want to hear the best fucking metal band of all time, The Sword? All right, here you go." And he just played the whole album again.
There's a fucking Robot Chicken episode where they're doing the whole Star Wars deal, and the Cantina band's up there on stage, and they're like, "Hey guys, thanks for listening. That was our Cantina song. You guys, if you guys got any requests, you want us to do anything, just let us know. Hey, why don't you guys just play that same song you've been playing for 3 hours? Oh, you want to hear the same song again? Okay, cool." And then they just start going right back into it. That's what that reminds me of.
Limp Bizkit, though, they're if you listen to
Wow, way to bring it back.
we're working on. If you listen to Chocolate Starfish and Significant Other, there's a lot of parallels between those two albums.
Like at the same time?
No, not at the same time, but like if you listen to them, because
okay.
If you listen, say you listen to Chocolate Starfish, they have the intro.
Yeah.
Same way with the Significant Other. They have the intro and the outro. They have the hidden track at the end. But there's a line in Just Like This where he's like, when the girls... He says something... oh, God. It's famous when they're... No, what the fuck did he say? He has a line in that song, and he has the same line in My Generation. It's the same exact line.
Okay. Yeah, Fred seems like one of those people who does like the
He
repeated
he does
version.
the callbacks.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, you guys remember that one time?
Yeah. You guys remember we're on Gold Cobra.
Yeah.
Do you remember like 8 albums ago?
Yeah, have you ever listened to $3 Bill, y'all?
Yes. Yes.
The intro on that album's insane.
I
Just Fred Durst screaming like a Southern Baptist
Significant Other,
priest.
$3 Bill, and Chocolate Starfish are like the only 3 Limp Bizkit albums I've ever listened to.
Yeah. I started listening to Gold Cobra, excuse me. It was alright.
It's not, well, West Borland's not on it, so I won't listen to it.
Gold Cobra was the one with
Behind Blue
Eyes, wasn't it?
No.
No?
Gold Cobra came out in like 2012.
Is Gold Cobra the one with the green?
I don't know. I never listened to it.
Oh.
I just know Behind Blue Eyes was on like what came out in like 2004, and that was like Limp Bizkit's downfall. Like just like Corn Step.
I really like that version of that song.
Behind Blue Eyes?
Yeah.
I don't like it.
I'm not saying it's better than the Who, but
It's one of those things where I'm like, this is a Who song, and this is Limp Bizkit. Limp Bizkit should not do the song.
his voice is so good on it.
It's
though.
like whenever people say Disturbed's cover of The Sound of Silence. That is, to me, that cover is complete garbage.
I hated it. You know, fucking Garfunkel actually said he liked it.
He's lying because it's complete garbage.
He's lying because he gets money.
It's
every
David
time they
Draymond's
fucking play.
voice that just ruins it for me, which is bad because he's a good singer. It's just that.
It's like, dude, you guys covered Genesis. Just stop. You know?
Well, they also covered Shout.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure they had a whole cover album. Machine Head had a whole cover album. It was the B side. They came out with a special edition of The Blackening, which is one of my favorite metal albums ever. It's 6 songs, an hour and 20 minutes, and it just fucking rips your head off.
So it wasn't an EP.
No, 'cause it was an hour long. They did a cover album, and there's some really good covers. I showed you the cover of Negative Creep.
Yeah.
That kicks ass.
Yeah, dude, that was sweet.
Yeah.
Covers are sweet, man.
Yeah, they are.
I want to cover some Limp Bizkit songs.
Should we cover Nookie?
Yeah, we should cover Nookie and Hot Dog.
If only we could fly.
Yeah, that'd be good. That'd be an amazing cover, actually.
What, My Generation?
Yeah.
The problem is like that was the big thing too. Is like, in with new metal, they had like a lot of bands had like turntablists,
Yeah.
and now that's like a
DJs?
Yeah.
Turntablist?
Well, that's.
I'm sorry, I'm just fucking with you. Go ahead.
But that's the thing though. It's like, what does he do? He plays turntables. Okay, on every song? No, he plays like turntables on like 3 songs.
Yeah.
I wouldn't really call him a DJ. He's not like, yo, let me remix this song. He's like, I'm just gonna be back here going,
Yeah, a disc jockey, bro. That's what they do.
disc jockey,
Yeah.
yard jockey,
A yard disc
lawn
jockey.
jockey.
Like, you know, I don't even know who actually played the turntables for Kid Rock, but I know he also does it. I've seen him play live, and he literally gets up on the DJ stand, starts fucking spinning.
I remember being
and
10 years old, and I would say
It was insane.
my favorite bands were like Limp Bizkit and Kid Rock, only because everyone in school was listening to Limp Bizkit and Kid Rock, and then Kid Rock just kind of changed. What was the name of the midget that Kid Rock had?
Oh, Jesus
JC,
Christ.
wasn't it
Yeah.
JC?
Or was it KC? No, it was JC. Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever happened.
3'9" with a 10-foot dick.
Yeah. Make the girl sick. I'm 3'9" with a 10-foot dick. How did Kid Rock go from being new metal to being, I don't even know what the fuck he is now?
I don't know, dude. I think that's another decision that happened based on what the people
The
liked.
popularity
Yeah,
of new
what
metal.
was popular. I mean, like I've seen him play live 3 times,
I
and
think
he'll
that-
play piano. Dude, he's a talented motherfucker. That guy can play almost any
He's a
instrument,
good
you know what I mean?
musician, but I think his content is
But
shit.
he comes out, they get this piano, and it's literally just mossy oak, like completely covered in mossy oak camouflage. I was like, okay, like that's a selling factor, 1, for mossy oak, and 2, because every redneck motherfucker here right now is like, dude,
Yeah.
I can't even see that piano. What is he playing? You know what I mean?
He's just sitting there.
Yeah. Wow, he's so good at miming.
It's weird though that every new metal band got away from being new metal.
I like the
At
ones
the
that stuck
same
around.
time.
You know what I mean? Like some of them.
Limp Bizkit stuck around, but it really hurt them.
No, I mean like Slipknot. You know what I mean?
Head
They changed, and they're still around. They make kick-ass music, man.
Deftones 7. Well, 7 Dust kind of faded off too.
Yeah.
They're still around.
Yeah, you don't hear from them often.
It's basically like Kid Rock, which I don't know what the fuck he plays anymore. He plays Detroit, Alabama. That's his thing this whole time, is that he was in a city called Detroit that was in the state of Alabama. And we
Yeah,
just didn't know
nobody knew.
Nobody knew about it. So the whole
Yeah.
time when he was like wrapping him up, like growing up in the hood of Detroit, it was Detroit, Alabama.
Oh, you guys thought I meant Michigan?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Why would you think that? Did I mention something about like the Ford factory, or like, you know?
Yeah.
Did I mention like 8 Mile Street? Like
8 Mile Street.
8 Mile Street? Did I mention that? Yeah, there's an 8 Mile Street here in Detroit, Alabama.
Do you think Kid Rock and Eminem ever hang out?
No.
Why not?
Because no, and that's the thing too, is Kid Rock would sing about being fucking trailer trash too.
Yeah.
He's like, you're straight out of Compton, I'm straight out the trailer. I'm like, bro, don't tell people.
I mean, Eminem did the same thing
Why do people in Detroit live in trailers?
because they can't afford apartments. I don't know. It's better than living in the projects, I'd imagine. I don't know. I mean, it's kind of like the white projects.
Yeah, trailer parks are white projects.
I grew up in a trailer park.
Yeah, you grew up in the white projects.
Yeah. A sad story.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, I don't know. Just something they do, man. It's just something they do.
All right, it's been good hanging out with you this week.
All right, man. Well, hey, thank you for all of your insight
On Limp Bizkit.
on Limp Bizkit. Guys, I appreciate you guys checking in. This was episode 1 on new metal with the Extraordinary Expletive. Be sure to like, sub to our video. Check the link below. You guys can get the SoundCloud. You guys can get the links there.
Go ahead and find us on Facebook and show us to all your friends.
Yeah, just check our Facebook page. It's facebook.com/Extraordinary Expletive, or you can actually just Google that or in your search bar for Facebook and be in there.
We're gonna try and like if you do like our Facebook page, we're gonna try and let you guys know a few days ahead of time like what we're gonna be talking about. Maybe it's something you'd be interested in. If you want us to talk about something, just let us know. Be like, hey, can you talk about, I don't know, can you talk about punk rock? Can you talk about bands? Maybe if you want to be like, hey, what's up with Devin Townsend Project? What's up with like
12-Foot Ninja.
Yeah, 12-Foot Ninja, something like that. Just something obscure. Make me go online and look something up.
Yeah, and especially if it's something that we don't know, and that's awesome.
You tell me something that I don't know, I will go online immediately and listen to it and look it up.
And that's always a sweet deal.
And,
Finding new bands.
Yeah.
It's the way the world works.
Yeah, and actually, I hope that with you guys listening to us, that maybe we'll mention a band that you like. Maybe I'll mention something like, hey, have you guys ever heard of Refused? The Refused? Have you ever heard of that? Wow, you should go look it up. You know?
Yeah.
Because we were talking about The Refused before.
Yeah, if you've never heard of The Refused, you guys need to go listen to The Shape of Punk to Come.
Oh,
amazing
God.
album.
Oh, God.
New Noise, that song will blow your fucking socks off.
Oh, that is my favorite.
Amazing.
Song.
Yeah.
I love that one. So, yeah, just, hey.
Yeah, type it in the comments. You guys
Keep
get something
on-
you want us to do. Let us know.
Keep on listening, and we'll keep on listening to us, and we'll keep on listening to you. So,
Good deal. All right, guys, take it easy. And if it's easy, take 2.